Hello. Hi, hi. I'm eating. I just thought I would do a space while I'm eating. I also have a Gatorade. I'm eating a like one of those prepackaged things that George and Nick have. And it's like chicken and stuff, and then a Gatorade. Um, sorry. Was replying to a text. Hello. I've gotten guys. Just so you know. Sorry, I'm like it's morning congestedness. I've learned a couple tricks to try and be a better replier because I'm like a terrible texter. That's like my number one complaint from literally everyone I know. Because I just like I'll like read a text and then I'll just forget to reply in the first place, and then I'll just be um I'll just like forget they even texted me, and then like the next day I'll be like, wait, what the fuck? Um, I have to put on like read receipts for people, so I've just been starting to put read receipts on for people because um then they can be like, "What the fuck? You left me on red." I can be like, "Oh my god, I didn't mean to," and then I think about it more because like if I click on a text, I'm like, "Crap, I read it." It's like I can't. I have to reply right now, and so it makes me more likely to reply. Um, and then I also like put my location on for a couple of my friends as well, so they'll know like what. Because a lot of times they'll be like, "Oh, I just assumed you were like you were doing something or whatever." But then if they can see like, no, I'm literally sitting in my room or something, then they can know as well that I should be replying, as they can like harass me. Um, anyway, it's just a little tidbit. I've gotten a little better, little better. What have you guys been doing? Yes, I'm eating. So go ahead. You guys talk. It's your turn. Your turn to talk, and then now I'll just eat. Mm. Go ahead. Come on, guys. Fill the silence. What are you doing? You're doing a Callahan cosplay. Mm. 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 Um. I had an idea for like Snapchat stuff that I want you guys to try and I want the community to come together and try and help me. Um, so if you guys didn't know, by the way, this is like being recorded, so I don't care if you guys share it or whatever afterwards, obviously from the subspace. But in case you didn't know, like Snapchat obviously uh, as a platform is like they have like stories and whatever they have. They're like it's very much like social media, just like Twitter or Instagram or whatever. So it's not it's better for that stuff now than before. And like I have a I started kind of I used it like ages ago. I had it on my YouTube banner like back in 2019 or something. Um, but so I have like a quite a big following on Snapchat, but I want to like utilize it, I guess, and I want to do Snapchat content, but I don't want to just do it the same as everyone else is doing. And I feel like there's a period in time where like I was like, oh, I'm just gonna. It's kind of it is fun to just like kind of post what I'm doing. Like, oh, I'm just doing this, I'm doing that. But then like because the meta is kind of you need to post a lot. It's like I just go like, oh, here's my food, here's this, here's that, which can be cool sometimes because I know a lot of you are like you guys are like, where is the dream content, and you're just like sniffing dogs to find out what I'm doing, and that's cool. But I think when I want to like do something, I always want to be like, how can I do it better or different than other people? And so my idea that I had was like a day thing. So like every day, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you know, there's like Taco Tuesday or whatever, or like you know, like different things like that where it's like alliterative, and it's like Freaky Friday, you know, whatever. Like they're like those have one for every day, and it changes. Like it's what I do. So like as an example, imagine a day where it's like a Q&A day. And that day, it's like throughout the day, I only post like Q&As or something. Like I only reply to comments or whatever. Um or it can be like multiple. I can do both. I can reply to Q&As while also just posting only the good stuff about my day, and the Q&A stuff like fills the rest. And so it'll be like, you know, I can still post like what I'm eating or whatever if it's cool, but I won't post like if I'm just like, oh, I'm having a Pop Tart or whatever. Um, so that's like that'd be like a day, and like another day could be like. The problem is I don't know what days are. I would need like 7 days. Like I would need like 7 days worth, and I want them to be like cool and unique, and ways to have it be like interactive. Have you guys um, like have you guys be involved with what I'm doing, and also make it so it's just like unique content, I guess. And so that was my idea. Was like every day is like themed somehow, and so you'd know like, oh, it's Monday, it's Dream's gonna do this, and you like kind of know. You wouldn't know like what my day would be, blah blah. But like, I imagine like a day that's like this is like I don't know how this would work, but imagine a day that's like decision day or something. And it's I don't know, it would have to be like again, it needs to be alliterative, but where like whenever I'm like making decisions in the day, I like do a poll on Snap, and like I have to on that day, like I have to do. Let's say if I go to Walmart and like I'm deciding between two things or whatever, I like show pictures of it, and I do a poll, and I have to get the one that wins the poll or whatever, like that whole day. And so it's like, and that's like, and I think maybe one day a week is like a wild card day where I just pull random stuff like that. So it's not like every day is the same or every week is the same. It's like maybe Saturday or Sunday or something is like, or like Friday, like Freaky Friday, like maybe that's literally it. And it's like Friday, there's always something different, but it's like some cool interactive like thing. But then throughout the other days, it's like stagnant days where it's like or where it's like you know, it doesn't change. So it'll be like, you know, a Q&A day or whatever days. But anyway, I don't know exactly what um uh I don't know what the days are though. So I think you guys, if you guys can like think of like days and stuff, um and what is like alliterative, tweet stuff out, you know, get my attention with it, DM me, whatever. And then event when I like I'll like flesh it out, and then I'll like make an official thing. I'll like put it on my Snapchat like banner or whatever. I don't know how it works. I'll put it like on my Snapchat profile, so like casual people can know. Um, and then I'll just do it. And then it's not like I have to do it. Like if it's like Tuesday, I can just not post that day or whatever, and just not do it. But then when I do post, I'll know like, oh, I can post these things, and it makes it more likely that I'll post because I have like I know what I can post. Like some days, as an example, I'll be like, you know, I'm just not feeling like posting like selfies, or like some days I'll be like, I'm not really doing anything, so there's nothing really for me to post. But if every day there's like a theme, then I always have something I can kind of pull from for like inspiration and be like, oh, it's Q&A day. I can just reply to some Q&As. I don't even have to show myself. I can just show patches, or I can, you know, do this, or like, or it is a day where I'm like out and doing things, but I know that it's like this other day that we've marked, and I know like what I can do. But anyway, um, and I like the idea of like, I mean, I like the idea of a lot of like cool, like there's a lot of cool applications I feel like for it. Like I'm imagining there's a lot of ways to like, again, I think Snapchat people, it's weird that like it's a weird that the meta on Snapchat is that like if you go to all the big accounts, they post all at once, and I did a couple days as like a trial. You post all at once at the very end of the day, um, but it's interesting. I'm like, I feel like Snapchat has such much potential for like the interaction, like their system for like the replies is really cool. Their system for like the polling is really cool. Their system for like a lot of the stuff they have, like tagging other creators and stuff. Like it's actually really like it's just unique. Like it's not how it works on any other like most of their platforms are just like, I'm not like being like I don't want to be like fucking sucking up to Snapchat, but I think Snapchat's unique. Like they do stuff different than a lot of the other platforms, which I think is cool, and utilizing those features is cool. And anyway, but I was thinking like there's potential ways to have it be like, you know, to help to benefit the community, and like even like you know, creator like small creators and I don't know, like cultures and like I don't know. There's some. If we do this day thing, there's such a. I feel like we can make it a community thing, and it can be such a cool thing where you just know like, oh, it's Monday, it's this day, like holy shit, I can do this or whatever. Um, and so my Snapchat would be like themed, in a way, which I think is cool. Um, anyway, enough about that. But yeah, you guys can mule some ideas. I'm coming up with ideas as well, but um, I'll cross reference all yours and stuff, and whenever I see cool ones, and you guys can find your favorites and stuff, and among it's a community thing, so you guys coming up with some stuff is cool. Um, we were having a business lunch with you, and now it's like I keep forgetting I'm eating. All right, yours is turn to talk. Sorry. Fine. You know what I'm gonna do? This is not gonna be awkward at all. I'm giving one of you talk power, and I'm muting for like a minute or two just to eat some more. And then I'm not even gonna talk to you. I'm gonna say hi. I'm gonna say bye. And that's it. That's all. That's all you get. And you have to take over the podcast and talk about whatever you want. Um. So no pressure at all. Hello.
What the hell?
Hi.
Hi.
All right. It's your podcast.
I'm literally in the car right now. This is terrible.
Are you driving?
No, my mom is driving.
Okay. I was gonna say. All right. You and your mom. This is your podcast now. I'm muting. I'm eating some. Take over. I'm saying nothing more.
Well, what the hell am I supposed to say? I'm not good at this. Okay. Hi. What should I say? I'm looking at my group chats. I have to be entertaining now. What the hell? Okay. Guys, what do I say?
Boo. You're lagging.
Okay,
All right. Fine. Sorry. Bye. They're too laggy. Do I try again or do I just concede defeat and just finish my meal? All right. What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing? I don't care that you're in the car, Aspen, okay? There's no excuses. You had the spotlight and you failed miserably in front of everyone, and it was embarrassing. You should be embarrassed and ashamed. Anyway. Um all right, I'm reading yours thing. Why am I so congested? I don't even have like allergies. And it's on days when like seem to like hydrate more or something, probably. Lucifer, I would tag you in, but you're gonna say some fucked shit, and then I'm canceled. I'm done for. I can't. It would be entertaining, but I can't. Um, let me speak. Who is this? Do I know you? Let's see. Hmm. You're waiting for a McDonald's order. Wow. What did you order? Where's Patches? She is in the living room. What'd you think of Lorraine's video? It was funny. I enjoyed it. I hadn't seen any of it or played it. We went to their house when we were in LA and we hung out a bit. That was the dogs on my Snapchat. Um, one of the days recently. There was like five. They had one dog, and he was awesome. And I kept playing fetch with him the entire time. And then I didn't know they had other dogs. They're like, oh, we're gonna go get the other dogs. And then like they just brought out like four more massive dogs. I was like, what? They just had them in hiding, and I guess they weren't as trained, so that's why they weren't there. But there was a little mini like basketball game in their house, and I I was the goat. I just was. I went 3-0, and I beat um, George twice and Nick once because I'm just the goat. But yeah, the video was funny. I enjoyed it. It was just a bunch of like slander, but it's okay. It was funny slander, therefore it gets a pass. Um, drop hints on when Until I End Up Dead drops. Um, oh yeah, I mean, I'm assuming probably realistically everyone in here has knows about it. There might be one person here like, wait, what? What's Until I End Up Dead? But new song. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Um, later this month. That's all I'll say. That's literally probably enough. To actually here, I'll say something that here. This will probably key you in. You guys will work it out with this. It's I'm not going to say it directly, but I'll say this. Um, it's not this week, and I didn't want to overshadow something that's going on this month on around one of the potential drop days, as drop days are Fridays. Um, that's an important holiday. Um, so other than that, it'll be out on one of the other days that isn't either of those qualifiers. Anyway, but yeah, but yeah, that's coming out. soon. So that'll be really, really exciting. Um, and I am excited. I love it. I think that you guys will love it, especially when you hear uh, the the rest of the song and more snippets probably to come. And I'm also the that was so fun doing the little the little like hangman almost game, like where you guys were guessing the song title. That was so fun. I mean, no one really got it. I mean, I'm guessing somebody. I didn't. I'm guessing somebody got it like a couple hours before or something. Like once there was enough letters. But like before I went to bed the night before, like there was nothing. There was like literally nothing. I searched Twitter, Google. Like no one had at least in a tweet. Like no one or on Google or anything. They might have had like in an image or something. But I didn't. Even, I saw one person even put until I end up, and it was like until I end up happy or something, or until I end up okay, I think, or something like that. And it was like that was the night before, and I was like, oh, that's the first person I've seen do end, like, because when you're like, I realized after like uh like doing it, I realized that it end's gonna be a hard one to guess in that placement after you got the L and the I, because it doesn't it's like Wordle whenever you get like a weird combo or something and you're not thinking, like it's like when you get whenever you get like a Wordle and it like two letters or something, but it doesn't sound the way it usually would sound, like it's a silent letter or something that you just would never expect to be a silent letter, because like until I end with more after it just seems like it really can't be a sentence. So like even though if you thought of end up, then you'd be like, oh, but like realistically, if you were thinking of you probably you're feeling like all these words, so there's like up is probably not a word that you would really like. You might have up, but you have like a lot of other words, and like none of them would work with end. Whereas if you put like a lot of other words, like I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but anyway, I realized that and I was like, oh, they're probably not going to get it. And then yeah, no one did, and then eventually someone did end up dead. But I feel like I just like I just said I was just very confusing there, but oh well. That's the best that I can explain what I meant though. But that was fun. But what there should be something else up soon-ish. On the pre-save link. That will be another fun little thing for you guys that I think you guys will have fun with. Um, it'll be interesting and fun. So that's cool. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. Pre-save it, guys. It's helpful to pre-save. It helps you get like playlisted and other stuff as well if you get a bunch of pre-saves. Which, by the way, we already have a shit ton. There's like I think we have 45,000 or something. 45,000 pre-saves. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Um, yeah, props to anyone who did get it at all before it was announced, because it was, um, you know. It's funny though because I didn't know. Um, I didn't know that it was working like a hangman. I thought it was like just each letter, and so I wanted to reveal L and then the I, so like it would be L and then space I, but not the I before the L, if that makes sense. But I just said reveal the I, and then like it did both, and I was like, oh well, now it's until, oh well, now people just know it's until. I guess there were still people were saying like devil and stuff, which was cool, but my food's getting cold. Oh my god, I forgot it existed. I like that. What is it called? Object permanence. I have extreme, like literally, like I swear you could play that peek like where they do peekaboo with babies, and when they peekaboo, and they're like, oh, the baby's like crying because like they don't know where their parent went. Like I have that to the max. Like it's why I'm about it. Like I'm sorry. I almost never say like I see it sometimes you guys will be like will blame something on my ADHD or like say something that I'm just like, shut up. Like I don't want to, like I don't think it's that, or even if it is, I don't want to say that. It just sounds like an excuse for most things. This is one thing that I will be like, yes, this is 100% like a mental block that it's like terrible. I can forget the most like ludicrous thing. Like I had a friend that I taught this sounds so shitty because it is shitty, but I literally cannot help it. It was like an old friend of mine. I never talked to them like I hadn't seen them in person like whatever. But I talked to them like every day almost for like um I don't know a while, like just briefs, like hey, how are you, whatever, at least probably once a day, like a snap streak, whatever. And then they like lost access to their account, and I didn't. This again, this sounds so bad, but again, it was just very casual. Like we didn't have any like meaningful conversations for a very long time, but it was just very like hey, how are you, whatever. So I wasn't like actively like thinking of them, and it like I think like 6 months from it was like 5 months or 6 months or something passed, um, and then I realized I was like, wait, what the fuck? Where is fucking like whatever their name is? I was like, where are they? What? It doesn't make any. And then I like went and like looked, and then I found out that I was like literally like I wanted to like die. Like I felt so terrible. But what I'm saying is like that's with everything. Like I have it, like I see someone's text, like that's why I'm terrible at replying to messages. If I see someone's text and I do not reply right then, I will just not even remember that it existed. It does not exist to me in my world anymore. It just does not. Like it's very much like you remove something from my like immediate whatever I'm doing, and it is, and like I'm sorry, I cannot control it. It's not something I can like get better at. I just can't. I can be like weary of it. Like I can like know that, and so like be like fuck, I need to reply right now, otherwise I'm gonna forget. But even then, unless I actually think about it, which a lot of times I don't, I just don't. And so it ends up that is the biggest thing that affects my life in a negative way in terms of like uh like personality stuff, I guess. Anyway, I forgot my food, but now I'm eating it again. If I don't have reminders for things, I'll never do them, and it's my least favorite thing about ADHD. You know what's funny? This is gonna sound ridiculous. When I originally hired um, manager Ken, literally I told him I was like, "Your job responsibility is just to remind me of everything I have to do." Like just like literally spam, like literally this is not a joke. I like told him I was like literally just your job is just to text me if I have something, and then remind me 5 times before it, and then spam call me if I'm like not replying right at it, and just do not let me forget about it, like literally, like for just like mundane stuff like a doctor's appointment or like just everything. Oh, someone Discord messaged you, whatever, like literally. It sounds ridiculous, but that's how bad it is. Like yeah, it is my least favorite thing by far. Like it's really bad. I don't even know how to properly like describe it or talk about it really. This food ASMR makes me want to rip my ears off. Sorry, I'll mute when I eat. I don't mean to. I am like I feel like I sound gross right now. I'm like I feel like my nose is like stuffy, and then I'm like eating. Look, I'm not. This isn't optimal. Manager Ken is there to annoy you into remembering tasks. He does a lot more now. He does a lot more now, a ton more. But uh, but that was my original like big need. I was like, hey, I need this thing, please help me. My Twitter's like crashing or something. Don't crash, please. Yeah, but object permanence, insane. The levels of that are like, that is one thing I will excuse as ADHD. That's probably the only thing I will actively say, yeah, this is just ADHD and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, because it's just terrible. It is so bad. Are you going to La Velada? Am I saying that right? Hopefully. Um, is that the Spanish boxing thing? I'm going to as far as I know, unless plans change, I'm going to the Spanish boxing event uh, next month um, with like George, Nick, and whatever. I think a bunch of people are going to be there as well, um, which is exciting. Never been to Spain. I want to go to Spain. I would love to meet a bunch of the creators there and everything. I would love to meet I would love to meet Spreen. Spreen is awesome. I'm sure there's a lot of creators that I would love to meet. I don't want to just single anybody out, but Spreen's just so he just seems so fun. He seems like he reminds me a little bit of Carl somehow. I don't know if that's right at all, but I feel like he reminds me a little bit of Carl. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like he has that energy of like you kind of just like want to be around him. But anyway, I would love to um, meet a bunch of people, hang out, see some fights, and learn some Spanish. That would be really cool. Is USMP still happening? Be honest. I will be honest. And I just want to be very, very, very careful and brief and very like thoughtful with uh, everything that I say ever. Um, well, not ever, obviously. I say a lot of stupid shit, but as of this moment right now, um, uh, I really hope so. I I definitely not at all like it was before. I mean, everything was literally done and ready to go. Um, uh, and I just think it's just not it, in the state of things. It's not a good idea. And so obviously changed my mind on doing that. But there's a lot of really cool stuff. There's a really cool map. There's a lot of really cool people that are still obviously wanting to just get in a Minecraft server and play and stuff. So I'd still love to do. I still just want to have a. I want to have a. I just want to be able to. My biggest thing even with it before was I just want to be able to play Minecraft. I want to be able to hop on and play Minecraft with primarily George and Nick, but also obviously anyone that wants to play and just play survival Minecraft and be competitive and have fun and stuff. So um, uh, something will happen. I might just scale it back a bit and try and make it, not make it a big deal and just make it like, hey, here's this, and it's me and my friends. And I'd still love to have people from, around the world and stuff as well. Um, and it might not be as similar to the concept as it was before. So um, yeah. The first tweet I look at after that is you should join the Slut SMP. Are you going to be in MCC Pride? I'm not. I didn't sign up but I also didn't even realize there was signups going on. I don't think so. I didn't. Uh, I don't think I would have, but I think maybe I think I don't know. I don't know any of the details. I would have considered it. I would have maybe considered it, and I would have thought about it because obviously, uh, raising money and is really awesome and for charity, and I would have considered it. But I'm really excited for the Festival of Voices that's happening on the third. The event that Technodad is putting on. Um, that's gonna be really fun, and a bunch of cool people in that as well. Are you gonna watch the new Spider Verse movie that drops tomorrow? I don't know if I'll watch it tomorrow, but I will 100% watch it. I'm excited. I am excited. I love Spider Man. Spider Man's my favorite um, superhero by far. It always has been. I love all the movies. This is an interesting thought. I'm just gonna. I feel like I just had this thought, and then I was like, it's just. I feel like it's like not something I would normally like. I don't know. I thought it's just interesting. And this is gonna seem like I like pandering or something, but genuinely, this is just a thought I had, and I want to like conceptualize it because it's just interesting. I would really love to see a Spider-Man movie a live action Spider-Man movie, with Black Spider-Man. Um, I guess that's not a controversial take, obviously, but I was just thinking about it. Like, it doesn't have to be Miles Morales either, but it can be. But I guess I'm surprised. Like, so I think I probably thought of it because of the Little Mermaid stuff that I've been seeing more recently. That's probably why it was on. That's why I thought that probably, and then I thought obviously, Miles Morales as well, but or just like a different. I feel like because I don't know, or just a different Spider-Man. I guess I feel like they've done a lot of Spider-Man movies, and um, it's different and allows like different stories to be told and different like I don't know. I feel like it'd be really cool. Which I guess obviously whatever, but it's just anyway. I thought and I talked, and now I'm moving on. Um, you gonna VidCon? Yes. People are ridiculous. I blocked a bunch of people. Most people who were just saying like kill yourself and stuff on whatever because I was just like, I'll just clear up Twitter. It's fine. Um, and then people are like, some people are now like tweeting me like block me, whatever. I don't want to see your stuff anymore. It's like, you can block me, right? I don't have to block you. Just block me if you don't want to see my stuff. Then block me. But anyway, I saw a tweet that said something similar, and so again, just speaking out loud. I think they're making a Miles live action movie. That would be sick. I would love that. I don't know the whole. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about like Miles Morales as a character and like every and like the all the lore and stuff to know anything really other than I just saw the initial um um someone said it would be really cool. Representation is so important. I agree, but also I'm just saying in general. Like I feel like I don't know. I guess I feel like I have not watched the My Little Mermaid, so I have no maybe I'm completely wrong, but I feel uh like like in that case I feel like it is a representation thing, which is really good. But it's not necessarily like I'm guessing like the story didn't change at all. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I could be completely wrong. I have not seen it, so maybe it did. Um, I guess it makes sense if it did, but I just have a feeling that they probably it's probably just very similar to the original. Whereas I feel like Miles Morales' story as just an example um, was kind of like what was it's like a different story. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, um, we ever played Splatoon? I've played Splatoon before. Yeah, there was Easter eggs in Homecoming. I remember that. My phone is so hot. So I was charging it and doing the space. I forgot about my food. Ah, I'm muting. I'm eating. I'm just gonna scarf this down. Be right. Wait. My Twitter crashed, but I finished eating. So anyway, I'm back. I'm back. Maybe my Twitter won't be messed up now. Um, those nails are so sick. Strawberry sky. Those are great. You guys are funny today. And I saw your. I was talking about you stolen Theo. That was a funny tweet. You guys are funny today. I'm scrolling. You guys are funny. Can you explain why Patches is always sitting this way? I don't know. Patches is interesting. She does sit in weird ways. You're funny every day. Okay. All right. Well, I don't see you every day. Okay. I just subscribed. Are you proud of me? Yes, I am very proud of you. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Mm-mm. Do you have tickets to see Taylor Swift? No, I don't. Um, as much as I would love to, I don't. I this is like gonna sound kind of ridiculous. This gonna sound so conceited, but fuck it. You know what? I don't care. So I've never been to a concert. I went to there was like a small like a private um like show that Post Malone did that was where I was like singing or whatever with George and Nick ages ago, and then obviously like Mello, we went backstage and had like when he had like a little show. But I've never been to a concert, and I just think it'd be really cool to have the first concert that I go to be my own. So I just that is the only reason I'm not going to see Taylor Swift right now, even though I really want to. She'll tour again, right? Right? Saying that out loud is just like it's very funny. Um, my internet's bad. Really? Your internet's probably bad. It's not me. I'm cutting out. What? Hello? I feel like my internet seems fine. Hello? Hello? Am I fixed? Mm. Oh, spaces are just breaking. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Now I'm fine. But now all the bumps are just about it cutting out, and so now I have no content. You guys are being boring now. Everyone's just saying about cutting out and stuff before. You know, get back to the funny and like the questions and stuff. You know, not to be mean, guys, but come on, like come on. Duh, 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 buh, 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 buh. Have you ever been bitten by a snake? No. And cross my fingers, I won't. No, I don't have a butt plug, okay? I don't. That just reminded me of such a funny story, but I can't tell it. So you know what, guys? I'm sorry. I know this, and I know you probably everyone hates when somebody does that when they're like, "I thought of something," and they just don't say it. But it's just, I just can't. You know, it's just can't. And now my notification will be ruined because everyone's gonna be asking about that instead of know. uh, not too mean, but you should stop ignoring me. I pay $5 a month. That's true. I'm sorry. Forgive me. You're not ignored anymore. But because you're not ignored now, the price is increased to uh 20 a month. All right. Thank you, Reese. I appreciate it. Duh. Okay, how about you give us a rough estimate of how many people you've left unread due to lack of object permanence? It's just everybody. Like, it's literally everybody. Like, I just suck at replying. I just do not. I'm getting better recently because I'm doing the read receipts thing. But like, I just suck at replying. Like, I'm pretty good. I don't know if it's like if it's really important. I'm really good at replying because like I'll reply instantly. So I most of the time if it's like super important or super like whatever, I end up replying. But like if it's just like or if it's really easy to reply, if it's just like, hey, how are you? And I can just reply good or something, then it's easy. But all the in between messages, I struggle with so hard. Like something that will take me more than a minute or two to like think about, because then I just end up getting distracted and forgetting about it. Oh, the space is broken. All right, I guess it's time for me to leave then, guys. I guess it's time. No. 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 Um, maybe I'll move to my private. Oh well. Oh well. Hello. Now it's working. Now Twitter finally decides to function. What are you guys doing? Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. Does it work? Clingy ass, why'd you come back? Shut the fuck up. What you guys doing? What's with the intro music? I don't know. That's what the space does. Eating frozen fruit. This is so dream court. True. I've been kind of off of my like frozen fruit era though, so you know. Can't wait for your new music. Me neither. I've waited so long. So long. You know how hard it is for me, who is such an like instant gratification person, to withhold information for a while, let alone like a year. Like ridiculous. I guess you're not that boring. I guess not. Your audio information you forget about It Takes Two, so I'm reminding you. I didn't forget about It Takes Two. George can ask me to play. I will play. He's never asked me since the first day. He said he's mentioned multiple times how he wants to, but he's never been like, hey, tonight, do you want to do this thing? Therefore, we've never done it. He played Brett and Fred with Saturn yesterday. What a fake friend. Yeah, I saw that. That's funny. To be fair, Saturn did invite me to that. I had like just woken up and I was hanging with Trista, and so I was like, George is waiting for you to tell him when he's free for It Takes Two. That's not true. He can literally tell me. Like if he said that, he's just lying. He can just tell me and we can play. Like, please play tonight. Like, it's on him. It's I'm not. The thing is like this. Okay, this is something that you guys are gonna be. You guys are actually gonna like be like, oh, that makes sense, but also be like slightly whatever. But like a year or so ago, it was probably a year and a half ago. I like stepped back from like kind of like managing the content of Saturn and George. Like, not. I mean, that's not true. I still come with ideas, so on and so forth. But like micromanaging. Like before, I did so much. It was like, it was like, because it was just like an operation. I was just like pumping out whatever, and like I like obviously I would even like code stuff and stuff for videos, and I would like review every video, every edit, like edit videos myself sometimes, like make the thumbnails, like all the titles, descriptions, do all of that. And then also like be like on it with like, are you doing this? Do this, do this. Like you're not doing that, then get someone to do it. Whatever. Like every day I was just like up their asses. I didn't need to be as much, but I was. And then eventually I was like, I'm not anymore because I'm too busy. And then um anyway, the reason I was saying that is because no, it's on George. It's on George. I don't want to go out of my way to make George do a stream. George can message me and be like, "Hey, we're doing this stream. Let's do it tonight." And I would, you know, most of the time be like, "Okay, yeah, it's only like a couple hours or something. It's not a massive deal." It's not on me. This is giving me PTSD to when my parents would use me as a messenger, please. When is the next Dream Team video coming out? Soon, soon, TM. We have a lot of videos, and very excited. I need to edit. Yeah, we're working on getting editors for not for every video, but for certain videos that might be more grueling or whatever, or even just help with like initial cuts or something, just to like cut like 5 hours of footage down to 2 hours or whatever to kind of get things up. So that will help. Somebody right now is working on the video, the mythical video that George recorded 2 years ago. That is awesome. That I edited like it took so long. That I edited like 90% of, but then there's like the final 10%. So that's cool. And I need to edit my videos that I have. It's on me. I need to do it, and I will do it. As soon as I do it, it's just like boom, video that day. Like I'm tired right now, but if I like take a nap or something and then woke up, I could just be like, I'm doing it, and then do it, and then upload tomorrow. But like realistically, it probably won't happen. But like it could, if I motivate myself enough, it could, and I should. I should do that. I should. I should. I'm going to. I'm going to. I should. I should. I had another idea. You know what's a problem as well is now like I'll give like before if I give an idea to George or Sadam's not like this, but if I give an idea, instantly they'd be like they just be like, yeah, let's do it, and we'd go and do it. But now they're like primarily George's standards are just so high. Like I'll give him an idea and I'll be like, oh, this is a fun one, and he'll just be like, nah. I don't know. And I'm just like, but then you're not even uploading. Like, it's fine. Like, a idea that you think is mid is better than not uploading. It just is. Like, but I don't think it's mid. Like, and I'm only saying this because somebody said I'll do anything for a Minecraft for my friend is in a lay video, and like, I came up with a cool Minecraft for my friend is video idea for George, and George was like, I've moved past that era. I'm not. I think I'm done with the Minecraft, but my friend is a series, and I was like, okay. All right, fine. All right, classy George. I guess you moved on to your Mr. Beast jet arc. Anyway, just slap George as a solution. Yeah, I'll get my revenge. A little smack. But we do have so many cool ideas. I just think about like there's so many cool ideas. We're doing a lot of cool stuff. It's literally just getting the process down to actually doing it efficiently. Because most people have like these massive, like that's the thing is it's like forming the massive team. It's being organized, and like none of us are organized, and that's the problem. Because like we all want to. I've come up with so many awesome concepts and ideas and stuff, and we had that were like are being worked on. It's just like the process of getting it done. Like we've always just done things ourselves. Like we've all edited our own videos. We've all done all our own thumbnails. We've made them all ourselves. We like Photoshop, I mean, whatever. We've all done all our own descriptions, all our own titles, all our own like uploading, all our own ideas, all our own developing, like all of that. And just recently we just started, like as of like 2 months ago or whatever, outsourcing some of that. Like we've like we've like reached out to more development to get development outside of like in-house. We've reached out to more um more people to help like with ideas and stuff as well. Reached out to more people for like thumbnails and stuff. Like of course none of that's like fully happened yet, but that's the biggest problem is that most people have like these massive teams. Like you think about like Tommy as an example. Like Tommy's like fucking awesome, obviously, and he's amazing at what he does. But he has like a massive team. Like he has like fucking 20 editors and whatever. It's like that's the thing. That's the like obviously it just like it makes things easier. Like you still do just as much. Like in terms of I don't know how to word this. In terms of like the creative process and your involvement and how much like the video is just as much your video and just as much your like your project and just as much it's like the exact same. It's just like it's just better. You just need a team. Everyone needs a team. um Everyone needs a team. Can you hear me breathing? Wow, no way. Huh. How are you guys? What are you guys up to? Speak some philosophy right now. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What type of philosophy? Like that's so broad. I guess it's not that broad, but it's still it feels really broad. Um, like give me a topic within philosophy, like life after death, or like something philosophical. I don't know. You can't teach an ant to speak English. Do you think the world would be better if social media wasn't so popular? No. I think that I think the world is better because social media is so popular. I think it's significantly better. But I think that as people's individual like people's individual I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. Basically, I think the world, because all the actions generally that come from social media, like you think about like massive charity campaigns or like massive movements or massive like, combining or understanding of like cultures and identities, and that's all the actions that happen because of social media, or at least not all of them, but obviously the vast majority are so positive and so overwhelmingly good and wouldn't ever happen with social media that like it is a really good thing, and it's just outweighs all the negatives by such a massive margin. But in terms of like individual, like not personality, but like almost personality, I guess. But like the negative in terms of people being negative to each other because of the fact that you're not like you're way less willing to say something to someone's face than you are to say something online, or you're way more willing to um like things like that, I guess. um I feel like that part is, I guess, the is what people are talking about when they're talking about social media being like worse. But then again, at the end of the day, that part doesn't necessarily have an impact on like the world, if that makes sense. It has an impact on you like individually, but it's all the big collective stuff that actually has an impact like, on the world. I don't know if that makes sense. Therefore, I think it is a positive impact. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I agree. Um, so I think as a marginalized person, I'd also say that social media is important for social change. It brings people together for a common cause, can be used as a tool to educate and band together to amend social issues. I think the good heavily outweighs the bad. I agree. And I've said that before, but like, yeah, I think without, there's like, obviously like pre-social media, I guess this is an interesting statement. Pre-social media dream and post-social media dream, um, like post-social media dream is a significantly better person than pre-social media dream. And I think it's because of what you just said. It's because of people being able to hear perspectives and being able to talk with people and connect with people from um, marginalized communities and even just different communities, I guess, and different you know countries and regions and languages and cultures and everything is a really big deal, and it's massive. And yeah, being able to band together um, for a common cause is really important, and it gives uh, you know the little the power to be big, I guess. Um, and the because it can be just as important, I guess. Um, yeah. So yeah, I think social media is a good thing overall. Uh, do you like Indian food? I've only had it a couple times, as far as I know. But yes, I do. I think it's just like every time I just get like the ultra mild version. Oh, fine. I'll ask. Do you recognize stan accounts on your timeline even when you don't follow them? That's a good question. It's interesting. I definitely recognize like oh I've seen this person before or something like that. But I feel like it's hard for me to like. Well, I'm terrible with names first of all. But it's hard for me to like link together like like why like I'll know, oh, I've seen this person tweet before or whatever, but I won't necessarily remember why or when or how, if I don't follow them. And even when I do follow them, like sometimes it's like I'll see I'll see them tweet like, oh, I know I follow this person, I've seen their tweets hundreds of times or whatever, but I may not remember specifically like why I followed them or when I followed them or like a tweet like a tweet of them theirs I remember until I like click their profile or something and see like, oh, this. Obviously there's exceptions, but generally it's just there's obviously a lot of people, and so it varies. But I think I almost always will be like, oh, I've seen this person before, but not necessarily. I might not remember exactly why. We do a scout hot wing stream like hot ones. No, I can't handle it. You guys have seen me. Like Bad Boy Halo's done hot wings streams where I literally died. I can't handle spice. I will not. Opinions on Sapnap's new car. It's cool, I guess. I'm not a big car person. Like I'm not like I don't know. I've never been into cars. I don't even know. Like I like okay. I think like acceleration is obviously fun and cool, but like outside of that, I feel like I've never been very like I don't know. I don't even know. I guess it's hard to describe when when you're like not into something. It's like, oh, I don't know. It's cool, I guess. Yeah, cars are cool. I mean, yeah, I see a nice car. I'm like, oh, it's a nice car. That's so cool. If I'm in a fast car, I'm like, oh, this is a fast car. That's sick. But then I'm never like, oh, I want that car or whatever. Please, Jim, I want to pre-save on Apple Music. Why doesn't it work? It should work. There's a link in my bio, and there's an Apple Music thing. It should work. If it doesn't, I can try and fix it. I feel like it should work though. What you guys should all do, by the way, and if you ask why, well, if you like the song, if you like the snippet you heard of Until I End Up Dead, you should save it because it helps with like playlisting and stuff. We already have so much. We already have a lot. That doesn't mean you shouldn't save it and get more. Let's get to 100,000, 100K. That'd be crazy. Before before it's out, that'd be crazy actually. We'll do it though. We can do it. I think we're at like 47 or something, or 45 or something right now. We can do it. Share it, spread it to your friends, your family, yourself. Uh, what do you think the limits of personhood are? What makes a person a person? See, I don't know. I don't know how like existential you want me to get, because I feel like I instantly think like, well, really, like we're just our brain, so like the rest of us doesn't even matter. Like if our brain was in a machine that pumped our blood and like through our brain and whatever else, and we had a machine that created the blood somehow, which we don't fully understand yet, but we will at some point, I'm sure. Then like we wouldn't need anything. We could have a robot that just has our brain in it and it would work. But then it goes even deeper and it's like, well, really, how does the brain work? Like realistically, everything that we've learned about like we're slowly learning more and more, but like everything we've learned about like humans and our bodies and how they work and why we can do like prosthetic limbs, and there's different, we can like do like nerve reconnections and so many things. We will we will figure out how the brain works eventually. We will figure out what the can I speak? What the hell is wrong with it? We will figure eight. We will figure out um uh what like how the brain works. And when we do that, then it becomes like, well, will we figure out how to like manipulate the brain? Will we figure out how to make like false memories? We already kind of know some ways, not through like literally physically doing it, but we already know some ways to kind of manipulate the brain through like certain things with like sensory stuff and whatever. It's like I believe we probably will, and so then it really does become like what uh like what does make a person a person. And I feel like realistic, like this sounds like ridiculous, but from a science perspective, it probably is like the like shape of your brain and the size of the different parts of your brain and like the how many like nerve endings or what how many different like structural components there are and like the different sections of your brain and each individual one and how many like and how healthy each section is and like all of that. I think the unique like makeup of that um will technically be what makes a person, because I feel like everything else will eventually be kind of like manipulatable in a way. But if you want like a easier answer that's more realistic and that's kind of in the now, it really is like it really is just your experiences. I think what makes you who you are is like everything you've been through and everything in your life and all your memories. That's really it. Like I feel like there's it's from a very like non uh religious standpoint, I guess. It's just I feel like you're just that's you. You are how uh you are your own memories, and then you are the memories of everyone. You are how you are in the memories of everyone else. And so um, that's just kind of who you are. And there's like a bunch of different yous because people perceive you differently and think about you differently. And that's who you are in like their mind, and then who you are in your own mind is different. Yeah. Anyway. Do you think AI will take our jobs from where we are right now? Yes, they'll take so many jobs, but it will end up being a good thing. It will end up being a good thing. Like right now, and that's why, like, it's one of those things where it's like when the internet or something was like first being brought. It's like, oh my god, like this is gonna like there's so many jobs that the internet just killed, like that never would, you know, that never can don't exist and didn't exist, you know. There's so many jobs that cars killed. There's so many jobs that all these innovations killed, and it's like, yeah, eventually AI is going to kill so many jobs. It's gonna be scary, and it's gonna hurt a lot of people. But it's also going to have so many things. It's going to have like medical miracles, and it's going to do a lot of good. So it's a scary time, but it's also like a exciting time because so much is going to be changed in the world. And yeah, AI will be a tool. It's just something that everyone's going to eventually have to learn to use once it as it kind of develops. Like obviously, we're not talking in its current state, whatever, but as it develops, it'll be used in uh, just as a tool for in every aspect of your life, like in every job, no matter what. It will get rid of jobs, but it also just like will make certain jobs easier, and will become a tool in pretty much every job. Like every job will use AI in some way, pretty much. Um, so eventually, we need to end capitalism for AI to be truly beneficial, comrade. That's funny. Yeah, I actually, I don't. I mean, I have no idea about that, but I did think it was interesting. Like, I think that it opens the idea of like a universal basic income. Like, and I thought back when like Andrew Yang was running for president, I like Andrew Yang had uh, he ran on like UBI, like universal basic income, and I don't think he mentioned AI, but um, it was like uh, something about it. It was like a jobs getting lost to like technology essentially. Anyway, I have no idea anything about him, uh, but I do think it's interesting. I think universal basic income is an interesting thing that will probably be necessary. Um, People will take this out of context and say support the AI taking people's jobs. Yeah, I do. Fuck your jobs. No, I think there needs to be ways to uh, what's it called to transition, and I think there needs to be support and tools and stuff to make sure everything's good and that there's not like mayhem. Um, but I do think that overall, over time, AI will be a good thing. There'll just be rough spots and stuff. Do you think AI would mean that for certain creative jobs, people would want to see more real people doing real things rather than seeing an AI? Um, yes, I do think I think people are looking at it in an interesting way. Like okay, here's a good example. I think AI will be a tool. So like AutoTune is a good example. AutoTune is not AI, but like here's an example about like I think it's a good comparison, right? It's like before AutoTune, like ages ago, obviously before AutoTune, um, it really was like you have to be this, you know, your singing capabilities or whatever mattered more, right? And then autotune is introduced. Now, autotune doesn't make it so that your singing capabilities are they don't matter. Like, oh well, it doesn't matter. You can suck at singing or you can be great at singing, and you're exactly the same. You know, whatever. What it does is it amplifies. So like the best singers are even better singers because literally everyone uses autotune. Every single singer, every single song you listen to on the radio, every single song doesn't matter has autotune. And because of that, even the best singers just sound better. And then the people that maybe wouldn't have been able to get into singing are able to get into singing because they can use autotune as like a tool. And so it's an interesting comparison in that it's one of those things where it's used as like an aid, um, more than it's like a replacement, I guess. So like creative people will the more creative you are, the more you'll be able to creatively apply like I guess if that makes sense. And so it's not going to be like obviously it's one of those things that will develop over time. It's not gonna be one of the things where it's like, oh, you could just have an AI do this job. It's like, no, you'll have an AI that will work with a creative, like a creative person, that is then able to do their job 100 times more efficiently because they have this AI to help them with with whatever it is, whatever it is they're doing, you know. Um, so obviously, there's an adjustment period, and there's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. But overall, I feel like there's way more good is going to come from AI than bad, like over time. And it's really gonna it's gonna change things a lot. Obviously, I think the medical side is gonna be the most interesting. But anyway, let's get off the this talk. Let's change the subject. All right, I'm looking for questions. Questions. Will there be a music video for your new song coming out? Yes, there will be. I'm excited for that as well. It's very cool. We recorded so much behind the scenes and stuff. There's so much footage. Like we were there like 15 hours or something ridiculous, and maybe not that long, but actually yeah, it was like 15 hours. And there's so much footage. Like there's so much footage. I'll probably put a lot of it out so you guys can see so much stuff, but there's so much like just some random Dream Team stuff and cool just like behind the scenes and just goofy stuff with me and some heartfelt stuff and there's a lot of stuff. All right, I'm gonna head out. Bye guys, love you guys. See you soon. Bye bye.